In 2016, thousands of people migrated from Venezuela to Peru due to the crisis Venezuela was facing at that time. It is estimated that about 1.5 million Venezuelans now live in our country. However, it is not an isolated case. Migration is taking place in many parts of the world. People leave their homes, their families, their friends, and their country to look for a better quality of life. This phenomenon is caused by two main reasons: war and poverty as a result of political crisis or unemployment. We'll focus on poverty today, and I'll show you how, despite what many believe, there is evidence that migration is not the solution to poverty, since many immigrants do not improve their quality of life after migrating, and the fact that overpopulation clearly increases the poverty rate. When ex-President Trump got elected, the whole world realized how people who immigrate to the United States are rejected by Americans. Something similar happened in our country when Venezuelans arrived. But why are immigrants rejected? Adela Cortina, a political philosopher, explained that the foreigner is not rejected, the poor is. She suggests that the US government rejecting the Mexicans, Peruvians, the Venezuelans, and Mexicans, the Nicaraguans, and so on, is not because they hate people from other countries. After all, tourists are welcomed. However, when someone running away their homeland migrates asking for support and do not give something back in return to society, it generates resentment. In addition, if citizens notice that the government is helping immigrants when citizens themselves are struggling with meeting basic needs, the rejection becomes stronger, and this so-called inequality only generates hate. This rejection results in immigrants not being given jobs or housing, which only worsens their situation. They end up unemployed and homeless, and this only increases the poverty rate. Also, during the 80s and 90s, people who lived in the highlands migrated to Lima, escaping terrorism. They came to look for a brighter future, and many succeeded. As a consequence, more and more people have been moving to the capital city, and now there are about 10 million inhabitants in Lima. But sure, there's nothing wrong with people wanting to have a better quality of life and provide for their families back home. The problem is that Lima, for example, doesn't have an adequate infrastructure to host that many people. Not only does this overpopulation trigger issues such as insecurity, environmental pollution, and traffic, but it also causes housing shortage and unemployment. With so many people and the prices being so high, immigrants are forced to live on the streets and in terrible conditions. And the fact that there are so many also makes it almost impossible for everyone to get a job. And when the unemployment rate is so high, it negatively affects a country's economy. I like to conclude by saying that even if some find a brighter future, even if some get ahead, it is not every immigrant's fate. And if migration is not controlled under certain regulations, it will be counterproductive for the country, generating more and more poverty. Thank you.